So why is it the case that they're not open to new ideas? They're
Yeah,
unbelievably closed
it's so
to these
interesting,
ideas.
isn't it? It's such an interesting idea. I don't know the answer to that. If you would forgive me, I will posit some suggestions.
Please.
One of the suggestions I would put out there is that I think because within the woke era, I don't think any great art can be created, because I think art is reduced to the message that it sends, to propagandizing rather than creation. And I think therefore acts and comedians, writers, filmmakers, playwrights, etc., are rewarded on the basis of the extent to which they fulfill the creed of wokeness in terms of diversity, or in terms of the messaging about power structures that the piece projects. So the woke don't see the Mona Lisa as a work of art. They see it as some daubings on a piece of wood by a straight white man in service of other straight white men. Or I should say white man, because he wasn't straight. But nevertheless, but you know what I mean. So they see it as a group identity thing. It's why recently the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust said they were going to decolonize their museum collection about Shakespeare. They were going to add notes to point out that some of the plays are racist and homophobic and disturbing to modern sensibilities. All of that.
Really?
Yeah, that's the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust. The Globe does it. The RSC does it. These are meant to be the custodians of the legacy of the greatest writer who ever lived in the English language. And there they are, trying to get everyone, reducing this genius to the narrow lens of group identity. Those trammels, they can only see the world through group identity. Shakespeare saw the world in a much broader way than that. The abundance of his art cannot be contained if you only look at it through that narrow prism, through those blinkers.
Yes.
And yet they're doing it. And those are the people in charge. So I wonder whether, if we are in a situation where we are in the cultural conditions, the cultural ideological conditions that cannot produce great art, and in which mediocre and weak propaganda is rewarded, where genuine innovation is punished, then I think what happens is the reason why you're seeing such a lack of free thinking amongst the creative community is that they're no longer really artists.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
I think there's another aspect